Welcome to New College and the Textiles Department. My name is Karen Powell and I'm the Programme Leader for HND Textiles and Fashion, Level 4 and 5. The Textiles team for HE comprises of Kate Gale, Sarah Still and Dan Hazelton. We're supported by Claire Elbrow, our academic instructor and part-time lecturer, and Sharon Jennings, our textiles technician. The HND Textiles and Fashion Level 4 and 5 is a 2-year course. It's equivalent to the first 2 years of a degree. And once you've completed it with us, you can go and top up your 3rd year on a degree in a like subject. In Year 1, there are 8 modules which are graded at pass, merit and distinction. 1 unit is in professional development, they're in contextual studies, techniques and processes, computer-aided design, advanced textiles and fashion practices, textiles technology, surface design and an individual project which is a set theme which contributes to your end of year show. You have 12 hours a week over 2 days and currently the study days are a Thursday and Friday. You're also encouraged on top of this to do quite a lot of private study so you can access the studios in your own time and after your induction training on a Saturday. In Year 2 there are 6 modules and these again are graded at a pass, merit or distinction. 12 hours a week over the 2 days on a Thursday and Friday. The units that you will cover will be professional practice, advanced textile studies, creative industries placement, creative entrepreneurship, trend forecasting and applied practice, a collaborative project where as a group you work producing final outcomes towards an exhibition. The entry requirements for this course are 3 A-levels. 1 must be art-based or a BTEC extended diploma in art and design. You also need GCSE Maths and English, minimum grade 4 to 5, and you also need to be computer illiterate. Interview is by portfolio, but the application is through UCAS. There are 2 well-equipped textile studios for you to use. Studio 1 is used primarily for print, embroidery and sewing. The studio is equipped with pattern cutting tables, specialist screen printing tables, digital embroidery machine, industrial free motion machines, sewing machines, overlockers, sublimation presses and dyeing facilities. There's also areas for lectures and working on drawing and painting and critiques. Studio 2 is primarily set up for constructed textiles. It can be used for weaving, knitting and constructed textiles and print. There are 8 shaft looms, Inco looms, knitting machines, print tables and access to laser cutter and DT equipment in the studio. The following images show our students working in the studios. Here they are exploring processes in discharge printing and devore. They're experimenting with the process after being taught how to do it and then producing their final outcomes and samples for their sketchbooks. You can see how they're using the sublimation press to heat up and burn out their fabrics and also screen printing. Drawing is an extremely important component of all the design work that we do. It's fundamental in problem solving and developing ideas, so plays a huge part in every process that we embark upon. You can see here where students are working on the knitting machines. This is an induction session where they're learning how to operate and set up the machines in order to produce a body of samples for their sketchbook, exploring different pattern structures. The textiles technology and surface design units during Year 1 allow you to work across many disciplines, including weave, print, knit and stitch. You are able to then take those processes forward to produce outcomes for interiors and for fashion and for costume. The following images show examples of our end of year shows where the students work collaboratively to showcase the very best of their work. At this point, a lot of them are working in particular disciplines and specialisms, be it interiors, costume, fashion or textiles. They have a space in the main foyer and also off-site in different venues where they can advertise and present their work to the wider public, and also for visiting moderators and examiners. The work is always of a very high standard. A lot of these learners have since gone on to top-up degrees or have set up their own businesses working in textiles. They have been extremely successful and extremely talented. The following images show some examples of students' work. We have some woven, a presentation board displaying the work towards a costume realisation, some digital drawings using an iPad and also the digital embroidery machine, and business cards produced by one of the learners for her end-of-year show. Many of our assignments have live briefs attached to them, and we've worked collaboratively with the National Trust, John Lewis and Swindon Museum and Art Gallery recently. Here you can see some pictures of work produced by our learners. 2 were selected from a competition that was sent by the National Trust to design the winter window at Helis. Both Helen and Michelle produced pieces that went on display. They were set very specific guidelines and were invited to critique their work and present at the National Trust headquarters. Helen, who won the competition to design the window, was then commissioned to produce a hand-felted spaniel for part of the outdoors exhibition, which was touring the National Trust headquarters. We incorporate regular trips and guest speakers into the learning programme. We regularly visit the Knit and Stitch show each year, and Kew Gardens and the V&A. We also have Business West in to talk to you about finances and creating your own business. New Designers is always a regular visit at the end of every academic year, where it showcases the top designers graduating across the country. It's an excellent showcase of work and gives you some ideas of how to present your end-of-year shows. The Bristol Weaving Mill gave HND textile students a tour and talk of their premises. They work on small sustainable production runs for a variety of designers and also produce cloth under their own brand, BWM. One of our regular guest speakers is Joshua James Small, an ex-student of ours. Joshua James Small was launched in 2019 with an exclusive release on Hunger magazine, following the designer's graduation with BA Women's Wear in the same year. His work has been worn by Rita Ora and has recently been shown at London Fashion Week's Positive Fashion exhibition. Conscious design practice is at the core of his brand, with transparency being paramount in producing a sustainable output. His work is created from a combination of organic fibres and ethically produced material, along with dead stock and reclaimed fabric supplied by various companies, including his sponsors Swarovski and Sophie Hallett. Joss is an absolute inspiration when he comes in and speaks to our students. He also regularly contributes to Show Studio. You might want to catch him out on his website or Instagram account. He's very much worth following. Here is the next student of ours, Stacey Crasto. Stacey completed the HND with us a couple of years ago and has recently graduated after a top-up at De Montfort University in Leicester. Stacey specialised in knitwear with us and has also gone on to do so at De Montfort. She showcased her work at New Designers last year and is doing extremely well. Ryan appeared on the BBC Great British Sewing Bee a few years ago, and Sharon designed costumes for Premiere Films to launch the new releases. You can see the costumes top right for the release of Bohemian Rhapsody at Heathrow Airport. Here are some of our first and second year students at the Bristol Weaving Mill. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you would like any further details or information about this course, please don't hesitate in contacting myself or Kate Gale. Our email addresses are kate.gale@newcollege.ac.uk and karen.pow@newcollege.ac.uk. We look forward to hearing from you soon.